Hello everybody, this is Goofsome Fox coming at you with a 500 cost quick match in the Gelgoog High Mobility Type JR, also known as Johnny's Gelgoog. We're going to be on Jungle for this match here, and it's going to be the level 2 version of Johnny's Gelgoog, which I got as part of the free GBO Days pools. When the Johnny's Gelgoog initially released, it was part of a special guaranteed supply drop, very similar to what we have about to end with the Guntank R44, where it had 4 steps, and if you did one of those steps, you would get that level of the suit guaranteed, meaning that the Johnny's Gelgoog does have a level 1 through 4 variant, starting at 450 cost and going all the way up to 600. And while the Johnny's Gelgoog did somewhat pique my interest when it came out, it was the first of these guaranteed drops that I ended up skipping out on. Mainly because at the time I think I was just trying to save up my tokens for some of the suits we were supposed to be getting later down the line. So I thought that maybe if I, waited to do like future pools, maybe I would be lucky enough to get the Johnny's Gelgoog in one of those. After all, it had 4 levels, so I was like, I'll probably end up getting one of them. But, ironic twist of fate, the one suit that I ended up not pulling for from the guaranteed pool ended up taking the longest to get any level of. And that's probably going to be the same case for the Guntank R44, since I did end up skipping out on that suit as well. But for the Johnny's Gelgoog here, really been having a lot of fun playing this suit and trying it out, especially since at 500 you do start getting some added skills to the suit that the level 1 variant does not have. So, kind of taking a look at what the suit has to offer. Johnny's Gelgoog is a raid type mobile suit, and as you can probably see looking at the backpack, you do get a pretty good variety of range weapons on this suit. Starting off, you have your own version of the High Mobility Gelgoog rocket launcher, where instead of firing the standard instant stunning rockets, this fires 2 rockets that cannot stun, but if they hit together, they will be able to cause an accumulation. So, no instant stun for the primary, but you do get a pretty good accumulation stagger. For your melee weapon, you do get a Beam Naginata, which has the same standard Gelgoog melee pattern. You have for your secondary weapons a beam rifle, which can instant stun either uncharged or charged, and then you have a giant bazooka, which pretty much operates like the standard giant bazooka. Nothing too special to say about it here. You fire it, it fires 1 rocket, and it gets a stun. And then you also have a Gelgoog shield as well. And kind of the best way to describe the kit here for the Johnny's Gelgoog is that you get a lot of weapons that are, pretty much similar to what the other Gelgoogs are capable of using, just with the Johnny Raiden name on them. They all have JR added to all of them, so, if you're curious about the primary and the secondary, they are not shared with any other suit, meaning that if you get this suit at any higher level, you will have to get the weapons specific to the Johnny's Gelgoog. But overall, really like the weapon kit that this suit has to offer, just again offering a more range-based playstyle, and it is a really effective playstyle, especially depending on what suit you are fighting. Of course, being a raid, you definitely want to target support-type suits, meaning that with all these range weapons, you really don't have to get as close to the support as you would need to with like some other raids. You are able to keep your distance with the suit, and at 500 specifically, this is a bit more situational, but the one thing I found is that the Johnny's Gelgoog is a really nice counter against the Zaku Machinery EB, since the support Zaku Machinery has the beam coating skill, which makes it a lot harder to stagger with beam weapons. It has like more defense against beam weapons, but the Johnny's Gelgoog here, you have 2 really decent ballistic weapons with it. So, with both of those ballistic weapons, it's really easy to counter the support Zaku Machinery, kind of whittle at its health, and then follow up with the beam rifle once that beam coating wears off because of the HP threshold. So, really nice use of the Johnny's Gelgoog there, and even against some other supports too. Again, it's just really nice to be able to keep your distance. Kind of looking at the standout skills here that the level 2 Johnny's Gelgoog gets, you do get Melee Composite System as your main melee skill. you have maneuver arm at level 2, you have enhanced tackle at level 3, you also have a double dodge roll, so emergency evasion system at level 2, you do get the quick turn skill, which allows you to do a quick 180 turn at the cost of taking more damage during the turn. And then for some of the add-on skills you do get thrust to output increase, reaction booster program, and pursuit melee ox program all at level 1. And again, these 3 skills here, they are not included on the level 1 version of the Johnny's Gelgoog, which actually kind of surprised me that going straight into level 2, you start seeing more of the sort of add-on skills that I feel like they usually try to reserve for like the higher levels of a suit. And going into the level 3 and 4, you do get a lot of these skills as well, some of them at even higher levels, but mainly for this video I am focusing on the level 2 version of the Johnny's Gelgoog. And yeah, overall I think the Johnny's Gelgoog is a nice suit. I think it definitely has some neat uses to it. Again, being a more range-based raid with a lot of ballistic weapons, I think makes it a really nice raid pick overall. The only real issues I have with it is, simply put, that 500 does have a good selection of raid units as it is, so I think the Johnny's Gelgoog here does have some rough competition going into level 2, and I imagine that would be the case going into, like, you know, above 500, going into 550 and 600. I would really like to have this suit at 450 one day its native cost to see how it performs there, but 500 you can get good performance with it. Again, it's just, you know, there is some really good competition at the cost. The other thing with the Johnny's Gelgoog, kind of both a flaw and something to watch out for, is that you really have to be careful with your ammunition. It's really easy to go through your rockets because, again, that primary rocket launcher does use 2 rockets, and you know, if you overheat the beam rifle and use all your ammo, you're not going to have any range weapon to really fall back on. You'll have to, you know, use the beam naginata, which isn't a bad choice of weapon, but again, definitely with the way the Johnny's Gelgoog is, I feel like you definitely want to focus more on using a lot of those range weapons to get stuns, and you can see here go into a you know, little downswing combo there to help get the finisher. So yeah, definitely want to make sure you're keeping an eye on the ammunition of this suit to make sure you don't run out and end up in a situation where you are not able to defend yourself. But again, other than that, I think the Johnny's Gelgoog is a fun suit overall. Kind of just one that I think could maybe be a bit better. Again, just kind of going into these higher costs where there's just a lot of good raid picks. But yeah, that's something that could probably be fixed with some, you know, just minor adjustments in a future update. And real quick here, let's see how we did here with the level 2 Johnny's Gelgoog, mission complete. And let's look at our final stats here. And yeah, top in assist and top in damage for this match here. And second place with 3 kills and 1 loss. So yeah, not too bad of a match there with the Johnny's Gelgoog. Also didn't mention too that this is my first match here using the Johnny's Gelgoog, so yeah, pretty good match there, trying it out, and especially on jungle too, which is a map that, at least in terms of rated, doesn't show up all too often, but on quick matches it can show up from time to time. And that's really all I have to say here for the Johnny's Gelgoog. Again, pretty fun suit overall. If anything, it just probably needs some minor adjustments for the higher cost variants to really keep up with the way 500 and beyond is kind of shifting. Again, 500 in itself has some really good raids, so it wouldn't surprise me if the Johnny's Gelgoog does end up getting something in the future to kind of help bring it up to speed. But again, aside from that, I think the suit overall is fun, and it's a pretty good, reliable range raid for what it is offering. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Gelgoog High Mobility Type JR. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.